So evening everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? What we're going to do is we're going to play a little bit of Epic Tavern. New game that is in early access. And I think is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for them to finish it. I've seen some stuff done. And so it looks like a lot of fun. What you do is you're running a tavern or an inn, as well as running adventurers. So I personally have not played any of this myself. So this is going to be a brand new adventure for all of us. What shall we call a tavern? Let's call it the Frog. So we're gonna do the tutorial and then get right into the game. Like I say, I have seen a little bit of this played, so I know some of the basics. But I've also watched a number of the devs stream working on stuff, hitting bugs. So, long ago, the land of Beor was nearly annihilated by a horde of netherkin invading through the Flaming Gate. Villages were trampled to dust, and Beor burned. After a grueling war, the netherkin were defeated and the Flaming Gate was sealed. For 1400 years, the seal held. 1440 AN. One last toast to the Ravager 4. You know I hate that name, Americ. You and Lycia are the only Ravagers. It makes us sound like we're all... Don't pick it, Blaze. People just started calling us that. Is that how you remember it? You spent the better part of a year trying to get that name to stick. Bottoms up, kids. If Ignatius is to be believed, the Flaming Gate won't hold much longer. Of all our half-assed plans, this may be our worst. You have a better idea? Can't say that I do, but that doesn't make yours any less awful. Take Thorgan and ready the horses, Lycia, and I will be out momentarily. You have the letter? Right here. We're abandoning our child, Merrick. We're doing what has to be done. Besides, we've survived worse than this. Okay, not really. But if you die first, I'll raise you as a banshee or something. A banshee? At least make me a vampire. I would look amazing with fangs. Deal. Are you ready, my dear? No, but that's not apt to change, so let's go. A one-way trip, level 12. For the first time in 1400 years, the Flaming Gate has been breached, and a horde of netherkin are pouring into the realm. Fight your way to the Nethercat Mountains and use the artifact provided by Ignatius Mordred to seal the gate before this world is lost. I'm going to adjust this a little bit here. I look like I'm being a little loud. Alright, so we're going to fill our party here. It's a recap of the quest. And sorry if I'm a bit scratchy. I've picked up myself a little cold. Let's go. Alright. With one final look back at the longtime haunt, the Ravager Four step out into the streets, where screams of terror echo around. Lysaea scans the scenes outside the tavern, where packs of Netherkin, their skin the color of ash, wreak havoc in all directions. We'll help who we can on the way, but reaching the gate is our priority, she says. So long as that's open, battles out here mean nothing. Mount up, we ride for the Nethercaps. Hold the line, soldiers. If you run, I will kill you myself, roars a young squire to her panicked comrades, their commanders lying dead on the ground around them, and Netherkin with featureless faces swarming from all sides. Lysaea raises her bow as the heroes rush to reinforce the squire. Success. Hold the line, soldiers. If you run... Oh, okay. The heroes rush to reinforce the squire. Driving back to Netherkin, Thorgon heals the knights in training and their unofficial leader. Odessa Dauntless leads her troops immediately toward the closest skirmish. The Ravager 4 continue toward the Flaming Gate. Oh, unlock the character. Dear gods, how many of these things are there? Thorgon grunts, trampling a small Netherkin with his pony. Lysaea takes a quick look around. All of them, I think. Help us, a frail old man bellows out the window of the orphanage. He is immediately pounced by a Netherkin and torn to pieces. As the heroes rush forward, Merrick barks, "Get to the children! I'll conjure up some reinforcements." Success! As the others rush into the building and hack up the invaders, Merrick roams the streets, gesturing at every corpse he sees, humanoid or Netherkin. One by one, they rise and shuffle forward. He orders them to protect the orphanage, and the heroes hurry on their way. With a wave of his hands as they ride through the carnage, Merrick animates half a dozen dead Netherkin as zombies and commands them to attack their brethren. You need to teach me that trick one day, Blaze says. 3 battered soldiers defending a large medical tent are pounced and torn apart by a pack of wolf-like Netherkin. Over here, Blaze yells to draw the creatures away from the tent. The largest of them snarls at her, revealing a nightmarish maw of jagged teeth. Uh-oh, the assassin says, unsheathing her katana. Another success. Lysaea unleashes a volley of arrows that drops an enormous mutant wolf in its tracks. Merrick immediately raises it as a zombie and turns it on its allies. After a quick victory, the necromancer orders his gruesome new pet to guard the medical tent and the wounded within. Oh, another character unlocked. A snarling wolf with 2 large tentacles emerging from its back slams into Merrick's horse, mortally wounding the steed and sending the necromancer crashing to the ground. Blaze cuts down the wolf, and Merrick quickly raises his horse as a wraith and hops back into the saddle. Yeah, you gotta love the ability for that, don't you? A giant Netherkin is wreaking havoc in Merchant Row, hurtling entire carts around while smaller nether creatures pounce on the fleeing vendors. Lysaea throws a quick look at Merrick, who sighs, "Be quick, take out the big one and I'll use him to kill the rest." Oh, failure. Blaze and Thorgon land simultaneously blows to the Netherkin giant's knees, destroying both and sending it crashing to the ground. Once killed, Merrick raises it, but the crippled creature is too slow moving to be of much help. Merchant Row is destroyed. Oh, but I did get a special quest. They're still pouring out of the tunnels, Blaze says, looking down at the entrance to the Nethercap cave system from a rocky overhang. But I know another way. Watch your step. It's a bit, tricky. You cannot be serious, Thorgon says, looking at the narrow ledge with an 80-foot drop to the rocks below. Blaze chuckles, "Trust me. When have I ever steered you wrong?" "That was rhetorical," she says, raising her finger to ward off the dwarf's long string of examples. Hey, success. Blaze hands Thorgun one end of her rope and then effortlessly runs along the ledge to the far side. If you fall, I'm like 60% sure I can hold your weight. She chuckles. Clinging fearfully to the wall, Thorgun makes it across, followed by Merrick and Lycia. Oh, somebody just said that there's too much reading in this game. He wants to kill stuff. This is the intro. We're going to get to some of that later, but it's more of a management type game than a hack and slash game, so everybody will see in a little bit. Outside the back entrance to the Nethercap cave system, Merrick addresses his companions. You've done enough by getting me here. If you want to leave now, I swear I will not hold it against you, Blaze chuckles, and let you get all the glory. Sorry, old man. We're in this together. The Ravager 4 steps through the cave entrance and immediately spots its guardian, a nightmarish spider-like netherkin scuttling toward them on 8 human arms. The heroes ready their weapons and fan out around it. Another success. Don't destroy the head. I want this one, Merrick says to Lycia. She nods, takes a slow breath, and lets the arrow fly, killing the nightmarish creature instantly with a hit to the throat. With a wave of his hand, the necromancer reanimates the monstrosity and orders it to guard the tunnel behind them. With a bone-chilling howl, a large pack of mutant wolves enters from a side tunnel and takes up the chase. A long, straight passageway opens into a large chamber ahead. The heroes make a run for it. Uh-oh. That's not good. Thor Goodbloodborn was slain. The heroes rush down the hall with a slavering pack of mutants. Wolves close behind. Lycia leaps aside suddenly, yelling, Pit! But Thorgood reacts too late and topples into it, followed by a dozen other beasts. Our gargantuan two-headed netherkin stands guard at an arched doorway on the far side of the chamber. A bright, flickering blue light, and from beyond it illuminates the room. And us without a healer, Merrick sighs as they move to engage. Another failure. The giant stomps toward Merrick and sends the necromancer flying with a brutal backhand. Lycia's perfectly placed arrow vanishes into the giant's ear hole, and one of its heads slumps forward, dead. The second head roars, but is quickly silenced by an arrow to the eye. Last chance, Merrick says to his companions. I don't expect to come back from this. Blaze shakes her head. Too risky. Who's going to trigger the artifact if you suddenly drop dead of old age? The heroes embrace briefly and then step through the archway. Beyond the archway, the adventurers see an enormous gate ripping with nether energy. For it stands the form of a young girl, bathed in crackling blue flames. Lycia laces up the in-ruined boots they received from artifact collector Ignatius Mordred. I hope these things work, she says. Impressive, the young girl speaks directly into their minds while idly playing with a ball of crackling blue energy. Join me and I'll let you live. Lycia shakes her head and taps her heels of her boots together, emitting a low hum. Appreciate the invite, kid, but we had something else in mind. Success. You think your puny weapons can harm Alacia, Overlord of the Nether? The child shrieks. Lycia shrugs. Guess we're never going to know, because that's not our plan. She stomps one of the boots of the quaking to the ground, starting a massive earthquake that brings the mountain down on top of them. And so the Ravager 4 called the mountain down upon Lycia and her Netherkin horde, ending the battle of Mountainfall once and for all. Lycia and Merrick Ravager, Thorgan, Bloodborne, and Blaze Evershadow may the bards sing of their heroism until eternity. Alright, so that was the tutorial 1424. A new tavern opens its doors today. This is the story of the frog. Monday, week 1. Level 1, gain 2. Expand and improve the rundown tavern your parents left you. Protect the realms of Beor by cultivating great heroes. Alright. Alright. So this patron has a quest for us. You'll thank me when you hear this. Let's see. Might as well get a bit of target practice before heading out on more dangerous quests. Kill the rats the old-fashioned way with excessive display of... Oh, okay, no, okay. The tavern has an unfinished basement which could be converted into a wine cellar. It would require the extermination of the ill-tempered rats that currently have the run of the place. But surely there's an adventurer or two who would be up to the task. And we can decide to stomp them or poison them. I think stomp them sounds like more fun. It's going to cost 30 gold to hire adventurers to kill them. If they finish it, though, there's 150 gold, 150 XP, and 25 reputation. Alright. Now that you have a quest, click on the heroic-looking fellow and get to know him. So this starts the management part. So these adventurers are going to come in your tavern. You're going to greet them. Some of them you're going to be able to hire. Some you won't be able to hire until you get to know them a little better. They're going to buy stuff from you. That's the inn management part. So you got to stock your inn. You got to keep stuff there. You're going to rent them rooms, and then you'll send them out on the quests. Rough crowd in here. Nice. The frog. What kind of name is the frog? Guess I should talk. I shouldn't talk. My folks name me Gruesome. So see, here we can hire this guy because we already have a good enough friendship with him. We have another patron. Well met. You seem worthy of my retention. Until you prove otherwise, you may consider my considerable skills at your disposal. I only take the best jobs, of course. Alright. So once you have dealt with all your patrons, and after the tutorial part, we can see where we sell them things and things like that. You'll go here to the map. And so we only have the one adventure, so we'll get both of these party members in here. And they'll go stamp out the rats. So we're going to clear out some rats from the cellar. Kind of exciting to engage in something so stereotypical, Gruesome says, rubbing his hands together. An angry chittering greets the intruders as the pack of rats rushes to attack. Success. So it's going to be broken down like this. There's some RNG going on in the background based on their stats and other information. And so rolls a 33%. And Murgle rolls a 63%. So based on that, there's a 5 and a 7 respectively. We need a 10 to finish it. We have an 11.5, and then some RNG down here. The Winds of Fate blow with the party, and so we're boosted up from 11.5 to 13, which is a victory. Our heroes are able to defeat a small pack of rodents in battle, which is literally the least they could be expected. I never thought I'd be so happy to see the frog, Murgle says. It's become a second home to me. Not that I have a first home, but you know what I'm saying. Now, so once they finish the quest, they'll come back on their way. You'll get a breakdown. And then we can decide how to split the cash. So there's 219 golds respectively, 109 to the party, 110 to the inn, which is me, and you can change it. And you can even decide that this person or that person, you know, gets less or more. We're going to split it as near as complete as we can. And then we'll go back to the tavern. And so I've got 919 gold, 35 reputation. And you'll see this is early access game, so under construction, under construction, under construction. This is what happened yesterday. Made $40 by selling stuff, or gold. I apologize. That's a base income based on the level. Then we sold some food for 21. Quests rewards were 150. Share of the quest 110. We didn't need to supply anything or construction, repairs, provisions. So gross income was 321, 210 expenses. So we made 111 gold. And there'll be, we can actually level them up. She's a fire mage. Let's see. Okay, I guess I can't level up from the screen. And now, this person here has a new quest, and then these are brand new patrons. Did I ever tell you about the time I killed a nether badger? So we'll welcome them in. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Crumthrum, con artist for hire. And we'll see if there's anything else he wants. He wants some soda, so we'll serve it to him, and we'll sell it for 4. And you can see we have 20 in stock. It's really, really good. I can't believe how good this is. And so we'll greet our other ones. Did I ever tell you about the time I... Okay, didn't the other guy just say that? I'm Leon, and whatever stories you've heard about me, I can explain. He wants soda water. You should get a pet netherkin for the bar. One of the little dog ones, I mean. Not the giant two-headed kind. I don't care what anyone says. This place is pretty okay. And some mead. It's really, really good. I can't believe how good it is. Oh, and another patron. When I saw the sign out front for the frog, I was expecting a different kind of business. Oh, well. And soda water. And we can zoom in or out. I felt like earning some coin. The house wine is running a bit low. Philspar Squire has an infamous and remarkably cheap wine shop, probably because no one can ever find it. Oh, sorry. The shop springs up out of nowhere every day and never in the same spot twice. Luckily, a patron thinks he knows where it will be found today. And so like before, we'll earn 100 gold, 100 XP, 25 rep, and an oversized gavel. And what do you want? Sit down and chat. Oh, this is Murgle. So we're going to have a little chat. After killing those rats, I feel ready to take on the world, or at least incrementally larger groups of rats. Now, we have APs here, and we have X amount for the day. And we've used up so many by talking to patrons and giving them what they want. So we have 32 left. So we'll have a quick chat. How about you hook me up with a mug of mead? And so for 2 AP, we'll serve them some mead. And did you want something? Oh, we didn't welcome you. Oh, we could hire him, but our roster is full. Because we're too low level yet. Anything else? Okay. This is something else if you want to get some reputation up. You can offer them drinks or meals, which would be, I believe, on us. See, he wants a drink. Why won't you? Okay, there we go. House wine. Yay. And another one. Have you thought about renaming the joint? Cranston's place has a nice ring to it. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Cranston, Night Stalker for hire. And he wants some chicken wings. And so you can run it out if you want. We keep waiting for patrons, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and start the next quest. So like before, this is the quest. And we'll put our party in here. And they're going to go get some house wine. A bard sends the heroes off with a rousing rendition of the ballad, The Adventuring Party That Didn't Die Horribly. Alright, and so they have different positives. And so you'll see, like, this is a survival one. This one, it looks like this is a brain one. As the night creeps in, Grusin senses it will be much colder than anticipated. Oh, we failed. The party sets up camp for the night, but there is little in the way of usable firewood. The fire is short-lived, and the cold sweeps in. The party huddles for warmth, finding little comfort in the frigid night. This hill is covered in strange markings. What could they mean? Success. Grusin tells the others how old the orc tribes would carve images in the hills. Only the birds can tell what they look like, though. The party stops in Millstone to pull out Grusin's map. The patron marked a few potential locations where Feldspar Square may be setting up shop today. This will take advantage of my clever exploration skills, says Grusin. And we succeed. Grusin points to the mark near Gorn Fleshcleaver's butcher shop. Sure enough, Feldspar Square has magically appeared at the end of the street. They head in to pick up the wine shipment. And they're on their way back. Ooh, that was code. Grusin hears strange sounds coming from Murgle's pack. At the first opportunity, he sneaks a peek inside and finds a baby serpent. When confronted about the impromptu addition to the party, Murgle says, I know. I just couldn't leave the cute little bastard there to die. I promise I'll drop it off at the next druid we encounter. Grusin grumbles, worried about yet another mouth to feed. Home at last, Grusin sighs. I didn't expect to die, but I'm still relieved I didn't. And we get our little breakdown. Epic moments. Oh, that's right. I got to level these guys. We do the split. They did well. And back to the tavern. Hey, we're level 2. We gained an extra person to hire. Let's see. So we're just going to equip these guys with some gear that'll help them out with some stuff. You can see plenty of stuff bought under construction. Here's where we can replenish. So we have a good amount of stuff in stock and empty beds. Alright, let's see something here. Huh, I guess I thought you could turn it.